Hey guys, if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for a link to my Amazon store where I've compiled some of the very best items available, including some of my own personal recommendations. Thanks! What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a, it's not short or little. I just have an unboxing to share with you guys. This is going to be something totally different. As you can see, it does not fit on camera at all, and I am as zoomed out as I can possibly be here. Before we get started here, I've got kids, and we love to play outside. We like to, play pretend and all that, what you do with your kids. My son has some old, like Halloween stuff, like some plastic swords and pretend knives and things. And I got him a little, that plastic Victorinox pocket knife to kind of get him familiarized, with something safe. That's, I believe in that for a long time before you initially introduce your kid to your first knife. And that's because when I was a kid, my dad, let me have a pocket knife when I was like 8 or 9, and the first thing I did was throw it into a box, which was stupid, despite him telling me this is not a toy, right? So I kind of am going off that, right? My own personal experiences will dictate, exactly how quickly I introduce my kids to real folding knives. But I do still like, I like to play games with my kids outside. We've got a big swing set that we built. It's kind of like a fortress, and we play games, knights and dragons and stuff like that. It's all fun. And so I made a purchase that is, in the same vicinity of that idea, and I am hoping that my son, my second one is a little bit too young, but I'm hoping that my son will enjoy this. This is going to be very awkward to unbox. Now, as soon as I get this out, I know there's going to be a few people going, "Do you know what the main purpose of that is? Why would you buy it for that reason?" I don't care, because it's my money and I don't take this kind of stuff super seriously. And yeah, because I paid for it, I get to decide that. Oh my gosh, hang on guys. This is just gonna take some maneuvering off camera. I know you guys want me to do all the unboxing on camera, but it's just not possible. Oh my gosh. Oh man, hang on, I gotta assemble it. Well, I have to, there's a piece of assembly here. Let me get the main part of it out. You're just gonna, I know people are like, what are we watching here? It's just noise and this guy yelling. What is going on? Here we go. Patrons, thank you so much for supporting me during this time. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, there's a link down in the description. Let's see here. Is it in the thing with it? Oh yeah, it's in there. Okay, so let's get this thing off here. God, this is the most struggle bus unboxing that I've ever done. Okay, so here's the first part of it, and then wow, that is, wait, I mean, like they advertise this as durable for sure, and it looks to be the case. Now down here at the bottom, I'm just gonna cut it out of the other side. We have the other piece, which is, it looks to be the guard, and we're just gonna put this together on camera because yeah, that looks like fun. And my son doesn't get home till later, so I'm just gonna run around the house with this. So there's the guard, and here is the piece that's, I guess, does that hold it on? Oh, we're gonna figure it out for sure. Let's bring the exposure up just a bit so you guys can see. So probably the best way to bring this, I'm gonna guess it's just like this, and then you snap that over the top, and then does this ring come down and hold everything on? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna push this. I know you guys want me to do this on camera, but it's like there's so much, that I can knock off the table, and I don't want to do that. And it requires, I mean, obviously this guard is meant to stay on, so this little rubber piece is really tight. I'm getting it. I'm making progress, just trust me. I wish, this is the kind of thing where it's like, I might have to edit and get this all sorted out. Yeah, in fact, why don't we do that? Okay, I got it. So, this is a, can we see? Can you guys see? This is a Cold Steel, I guess it's a training sword. And it's made out of like super heavy duty. I'd call it plastic, but I know somebody's going to correct me out of frustration. So the actual purpose of this sword is, I guess, as a training weapon. Listen, I completely respect, people who train with knives and swords for, either educational or self-defense purposes. I completely understand that. But I think, this is my opinion, this is essentially a two-handed sword. I think they call it a hand-and-a-half sword. I like swords. It's cool, but the fact that we live in the year 2020 has kind of rendered this object, if it were real, as an obsolete means of offensive combat. Oh man, I'm so sorry if I just made a bunch of people mad. But yeah, to me, this is something that it's just fun, and I'm tempted to buy 2 of them. They're about $50, and they are definitely, this is something that I guess, would hurt if you swung really hard. But then again, guys, so is a stick, so there's going to be people going, that's not something you should give to your kid as a toy. That's not a toy. It's a training, catalyst, or, you could really get hurt, or he could really get hurt. Any stick laying on the ground of the same diameter and the same length, you could make the same argument about, so save it. I don't care about that. This is something that we're going to use outside. We have another pretty durable toy sword that, will be fun. And this is pretty big and heavy, but it's not crazy. I want to say it might weigh, I don't know, it's hard to tell, maybe 1.5 pounds. I'm not really sure. It's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, it's durable, and it's something that we can leave outside. It's not something that I'm really gonna treat as the way that it was intended. I also picked up a whole bunch of the other Cold Steel training knives because they're super inexpensive. They were like, rubberized and made out of, some of them were made out of the same durable material, and they were like $6 or $7. And I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, because you know what? The toys that you can go buy at Walmart, right? They're like, $10 to $15, and they're made out of foam, and they fall apart like immediately. So yeah, this stuff is probably above and beyond, as to be treated as just a toy by me and my son, but I don't care. They're going to last way longer. We can leave them outside. It's hopefully with at least the knives anyway, it's a way that I can familiarize my son with some knives. That's not really the intended purpose, though. The intended purpose here is just fun and interesting. And come on, guys, truthfully, this was an opportunity for me to buy a toy sword. Internally, I am still a kid, as I'm going to guess a lot of us are, right? This is fun. Why would I not use this as an opportunity to, relive some fond nostalgic memories? When I was a kid, my dad made me multiple swords in his wood shop, and they were super dangerous. Way more dangerous than this. A lot of you guys probably, your dad or your uncle or somebody, made you a toy sword out of wood, and it was dense and probably had nails and stuff sticking out of it, right? Splinters, all that stuff. Way more dangerous when I was a kid, but we still did. We still played with them, right? So this is safer. It looks to be pretty indestructible. That rubber ring that came down here, there is no play in this guard whatsoever. That thing is on there. And the rest of this, yeah, this is really thick. It's got a little bit of flex in it, but I'll tell you what, for $50, whether you're going to use this thing as an actual training sword, or you're just going to use it the same way I am, as a toy and something fun, to play with your kids, I'm pretty impressed with this. I don't know that we'll do a full review on it. Maybe I can show you guys, the sword again after we've played with it for a few months. But yeah, and I'll also show the Cold Steel training knives that I unboxed, because I bought like 6 of them. And seriously, between the 6 Cold Steel knives and this sword, I think, maybe it just wasn't that expensive. This is a pretty cool object. So anyways, guys, I hope this was at least mildly entertaining. That's all it was meant for. If you guys enjoyed this short little unboxing, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on this Metal Complex logo right here and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody. and have a great day.